Contrary to what many might believe, the unemployment rate is the lowest it's been in 17 years. Having done extensive research, I feel qualified to inform you on the subject of unemployment. Most everyone will, at one point in their life, be a part of the labor force, so it's important to understand the nature of our government and what unemployment rates say about our country and our economy. Today, I will be talking about how the government defines unemployment, trends and rates to the current unemployment statistics, as well as some possible reasons for unemployment. To understand what the employment rate and other data actually tell us, we first need to understand how the government surveys for and defines the labor force. The government tallies the employee rate in three main categories: employed, unemployed, and other. So how does the government survey? Started in 1940, every month the government conducts a survey called the Current Population Survey, or CPS for short, to measure the unemployment in the country. About 60,000 eligible households are in the sample for the survey. Every month, a quarter of the households in the sample are changed, so that no household is interviewed for more than 4 consecutive months. What is employment and unemployment? Defined by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, a person is considered employed if they did any work at all for pay or profit during the survey reference week, including all-time, part-time, and temporary work. A person is defined as unemployed if they do not have a job, but have actively looked for work in the 4 weeks prior to the survey and are currently available for work. The labor force is made up of both the employed and unemployed. The remainder, those who do not have a job and are not looking for or are not able to work, are counted as not in the labor force. A series of questions is asked each month of persons not in the labor force to obtain information about their desire for work, the reasons why they had not worked in the weeks prior, their prior job search, and their availability for work. Now that we understand what the labor force is defined as, we can start looking at prior and current numbers and statistics of unemployment. The U.S. reached an average high unemployment rate of 9.8 in 2010. In 1990, the annual unemployment rate was 5.6% and stayed within 4.6% relatively until 2009, when it drastically rose and stayed above 8%, reaching its average peak in 2010. U.S. unemployment rate stood at a 17-year low of 4.1% recently in January 2018. The number of unemployed increased in the month prior by 108,000 to make a total of 6.68 million. The labor force participation rate was 62.7%, showing little to no change for the 4th consecutive month. The employment population ratio was 60.1% for the 3rd month in a row. Along with unemployment rates, the survey also asks for demographics and other questions to better understand the demographic of the unemployed. So as of January 2018, the unemployment rate for blacks increased to 7.7%. The rates for whites was down to 3.5%. Adult men were at 3.9%. Adult women at 5%. Teenagers at 13.9%. Asians at 3%, and Hispanics at 5%. These showed little change from the month prior. The federal government collects labor statistics for the purpose of understanding the extent and nature of employment and unemployment in the nation. Officials can use this information to create policies to help. The government conducts the CPS to determine the reasons of unemployment and to see what policies need to be made. So some possible causes of unemployment. One reason for unemployment is voluntary unemployment. Some unemployed have saved enough money so that they can have the luxury to search for the right opportunity of a job. Others are retired. Another cause is more of a structural unemployment. Advances in technology often means computers and machines can replace workers. Advances in technology also means that workers will constantly have to be trained and learn before they can get a job in their field. One of the most key factors driving the unemployment rate is a global economic recession. The recession was caused by a crisis involving liquidity problems in several large financial institutions beginning in 2009. This can be seen as the main cause of the high unemployment rates beginning in 2009, but financial markets have improved since, and the rates have been on a steady decline, being at the lowest it's been just in January 2018. The Department of Labor's unemployment insurance programs help provide benefits to eligible workers who become unemployed through no fault of their own. Benefits are made available through taxes paid by former employers to partially replace regular earnings and help with expenses while searching for a job. Unemployment benefits are not based on financial need, and those on benefits are responsible for finding work as quickly as they can. In conclusion, the government tallies unemployment rates by monthly survey. The labor force being consisted of those with jobs and those without who are actively searching for one. The government uses this data to help create new policies like the unemployment insurance benefits.